Good morning and welcome to Unity. Brian is going to sing the opening lines of our song this morning, I Release and I Let Go, and then we invite you to join in and sing those familiar chorus portions with him as we get into that part of the song, okay?
There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you've got to say: I release and I let go, and let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yeah, I release and I let go. I let Spirit run my life. I am free and it's open wide. And I'm only here for God. Sing loud now. No more struggle, no more strife. With my heart I see the light. I am free in the Spirit, and I'm only here for God. When I release and I let go, I let Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide, and I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light, and I'm free in the Spirit, and I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Well, all righty. I'm awake. Looks like you guys are too. Good morning again. My name is Reverend Judy Pilot, and on behalf of the board and the Unity spiritual community, I'd like to welcome everyone here this morning. We are so blessed to have your lovely, light, spiritual energy with us. So we welcome everyone who is here live and in person, everyone who is joining us via the live stream option, and those who will join us at some point on our YouTube channel. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our music team this morning. We have the lovely Janice Lakers on piano. She was such a taskmaster when she was the choir director. Delighted to see you, Janice, and thanks for pitching in this morning. And you all may not be aware of this, and hopefully I'm not telling tales out of school here, but our music director, Brent Decker, had an unfortunate tumble right before the holidays, and he actually broke his arm. He was here on Christmas Eve, so if you saw him, you saw that he was wearing a cast, and he's got to keep that arm resting. He's had some surgery, and his prognosis is excellent, but it was a difficult thing for him at a pretty inconvenient time for most music directors. So everybody has been doing extra duty, and we're very grateful for all of the blessings and all the talents that are available to us, and the folks who have willingly shared them with us. So Janice is here, John is here on bass, Carolyn is here on drums and guitar a little bit later on. And of course, you have met and seen the multi-talented and very versatile Brian Bay, who is song leading and on sound also. Jarrett's on media. Thanks to all of our ushers, PowerPoint team, hospitality, everyone basically who contributes their time and their efforts and their energy to help us do the service here each and every Sunday. So let's take a moment to affirm our mission, vision, and core values. I'm sorry, I'm getting signals here. John Moody on bass. Thank you. So let's take a moment to affirm our mission, vision, and core values together. All-inclusive community, we awaken to spirit, grow into our soul, and build a better world. Our vision, we celebrate a world of ever-awakening consciousness, abundance, peace, and love for all. And our core values, love, authenticity, stewardship, oneness, and playfulness. And I would now invite you to stand as you are able and join us into the next song, which is I Am Free, I Am Unlimited.
I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains to bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains to bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. Ooh, I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains to bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now.
Thank you. I'm going to take a moment to share the daily word with you. And then because of the two very special rituals that we are celebrating in today's service, our burning bowl and also our letters to God rituals, we're going to kind of change up the order of service just a little bit because there will be two periods of reflection during each one of those special rituals that we're celebrating this morning. So we will not have a traditional time of meditation and silence like we normally do. We'll just cover that in a different way. So the daily word for today is faith. Pulling back a curtain in a dark room will drive the darkness out and flood the space with light. I remember this at those times when my life feels dark. I have the power to live from faith, which brings me out of spiritual darkness. Faith helps me believe that even when I can't see it, the light of God is always shining. Little by little, my awareness of God grows increasingly brighter until I perceive the divine everywhere and in everyone. I am a spiritual being inseparable from God. I place my faith in this truth, and I drive out the darkness of fear and doubt that may have caused me to shrink from the fullness of life. Shining my light into the world, I inspire those around me to grow brighter with their faith. And from John chapter 12, verse 46, I have come as a light into the world, so that everyone who believes in me should not remain in the darkness. And our affirmation for this Sunday is, my inner light grows brighter through faith. I'll say that one more time, and then the third time, let's join in and say that together. My inner light grows brighter through faith. Together, my inner light grows brighter through faith. Thank you. So, as I mentioned, today we are celebrating two very important traditions, our burning bowl ritual and letters to God. In many ways, both of these rituals have a very strong tie and linkage to this concept of a personal trip to Bethlehem that we have been exploring and reflecting upon during the season of Advent. Metaphysically, we know that our trip or journey symbolizes transformation. Our personal trip to Bethlehem is about the birth of the Christ consciousness within us and our willingness to surrender to it and to live from that Christ consciousness in all things we do. Our burning bowl ceremony is a transformative ritual. It invites us to take a good, hard look at the path we're on for the purpose of identifying anything that might be getting in the way or limiting our progress. You know, it'd be nice if life was like GPS and said, oh heavens, there's an accident up ahead. Let me plan an alternative route for you, right? No, we just kind of plow right into those on a regular basis. And so we're the ones who have to take the time to identify what it is that might be getting in the way for us. Our letters to God describe the destinations that we have in mind on this journey. They capture our vision for the life that we would love to live. Spiritual law working in and through us to demonstrate more God and more good in everything we do. I just love that idea. Living the life we would love to live, being transformed into a freer and fuller expression and manifestation, Spirit working in us and through us and as us, and ultimately we end up with more God and more good in the world. And isn't that what we're here for? In Romans chapter 12, verse 2, Paul wrote, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." So our service today is about reclaiming that vision and renewing our commitment. It's about letting go of things that don't work and then laying claim to those things that do. We are here today to celebrate our willingness to change and to be changed. So the first part of our service here with the burning bowl, it represents our willingness to release limiting thoughts and ideas, things that keep us confined, things that make us think small and act small, things that keep us chained, if you will, tied to our human nature and all of its frailties and limitations. Things that come between us and our spiritual truth, which is we are unlimited and there are no chains that bind us. The paper that we burn in this ritual is a powerful symbol of that willingness on our part to change and to be changed. The words that we write on the paper could represent a thought or a belief or a situation or a relationship that is kind of showing up as an obstacle for us, a bit of a stumbling block, if you will. Something that is keeping the journey from being a smooth path for us. And as we begin this burning bowl ritual, we start this with a time of reflection. It's a time that we can use to examine and think about the path that we're on. It's a time to celebrate the progress that we have made. But it's also a time to call to mind any areas in which we're feeling challenged or blocked, if you will. It's also a time for us to discern, really and truly, what is it that we want to release? And so I'm going to ask Janice to maybe play a little bit of soft music underneath as we would during our meditation. And just invite you to close your eyes and relax and begin to reflect upon whatever might be feeling like a challenge to you, like something that's getting in your way. And I really encourage you to move past all of the superficial complaints and the minor distractions of life, and really try to go a little bit deeper than that. Sometimes these issues and these challenges are actually some things that we can feel in our body. Sometimes there's a fear that we have, and we don't even know that we're kind of unconsciously thinking about it or holding on to it until we feel that tightness in our chest. And when we recognize that feeling, then we recognize the fear that's behind it. There might be a mistake, something that you've done either through omission or commission, but something that didn't turn out right. And maybe that shows up for you as kind of a tightness in your midsection, or maybe a little bit of a pain in your lower back. Sometimes relationship issues and the challenges that we're feeling on a day-to-day basis with the people in our lives and the people that we love. It can show up in our shoulders, in your neck. And so you might be feeling something in your body, and maybe that's a place for you to go right now and see what's behind that. See if you can discern what's triggering that. It could be some thought or idea that you're holding on to. And maybe that's a story that just no longer needs to be told. Something that it's time to let go of. As you think about your life, is there an area where you feel stuck? That's a challenging one for me right now, because I would really like to be getting more exercise and going to the gym on a regular basis, and then there's this whole COVID thing that's happening, and I get so frustrated trying to untangle what that's all about. How much of that is caution and due diligence and good practice, and how much of that is my own inertia. And so there's a lot of ways for us to get stuck and to feel stuck. And so sometimes we just need to kind of really think about that and see what's coming up for us. There are other ideas and beliefs that can very easily get in your way. We have those thoughts about not enough. I don't have enough money to do that. I don't have the training or the expertise to know how to do that. I don't have the time to do that. I don't have the energy to take that on. So again, I invite you to just think about what's holding you back. What's putting up a hand and blocking your progress. And more importantly, are you willing to let that go? We sometimes pay a price when we give up a story that we have. Because now when we give up that story, there's some more accountability. And sometimes it's easier to stay in the shadow of the story. But are you willing to let it go? And so, we'll give you a little time to think about that. But I want to remind you that whatever it is that's coming up for you, whatever it is that you feel like you are ready to let go of, pick a word or two to describe that situation or condition or person. Because what you'll be doing is you'll be very lovingly and forgivingly writing those one or two words on this piece of flash paper. And then we'll come forward and put the flash paper to the flame and let it go. There's no room for a paragraph here. There might be room for a sentence if you write small. But the point is, it doesn't need to make sense to anyone else but you. And that's why it can be just one word or two words. Whatever best describes that which you are ready to let go of. The place where you are willing and wanting to change and to be changed. So I invite you to take some time now to do that, to write that word or words, and take the time to get connected to what it is you want to release, where it is you are willing to be changed, and what it is that you want to change. Please form just a single line and social distance as best you can. And we don't want you to walk this way to my left, but back down the center aisle or around the side aisle would be fine.
God is my shepherd, and I shall not let go of holding on. Seek first the kingdom of God. Let go feeling that feed on like and breathe. Let go of the reasons keeping me in need. Let go of the fear that's never enough, and I stop holding on to what is not love. Let go of holding on. God is my shepherd, and I shall not let go of holding on. Seek first the kingdom of God. We breathe in, breathe out, it's all give and take. They're one with each other for all of goodness sake. The loaves and the fishes, the bless and release, and our barely enough turned into a feast together. I'm letting go of holding on. God is my shepherd, I shall not want. I'm letting go of holding on. Seek first the kingdom of God. Seek first the kingdom of God.
Did you want to participate? Did you want to drop something in? We're going to give our music team just an opportunity to participate as well, because this, as you know, is sacred time, and it's a sacred process that we're going through. I've been doing this for a number of years, and every time I see that flash paper just go whoosh, it always reminds me of something that Charles Fillmore wrote about how so much in life is simply a construct. It's a story we've made up. And just, as we lovingly put years of effort into some of these stories that we carry with us, they really are nothing more than stories. And we can get past some of them just that quickly. We can begin to dismantle them just that quickly. And that's not to say that we have not experienced trauma and pain, and it's not to say that we don't carry those things with us. We all do. But what we reflect upon and where we do the work is when it comes to the power that pain and that trauma has in our daily lives. And I've always been a firm believer that we have a choice. Our past can dictate who we are, can determine who we are, or the past can inform who we are. And so today, we were allowing ourselves to be informed, and we were making that commitment to change and to be changed. And I bless each and every one of you for the work that you are doing, because it is sacred work. So thank you. So this concludes the Burning Bowl portion of our service today. And to help us make the transition to the next part of our service, which is writing our letters to God, I think Janice has some special music for us.
Gonna sit right down and write a heartfelt letter. And I know that it goes to you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock you off your feet. A lot of kisses at the bottom. I'll be glad you got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say I'm feeling so much better. And close with love the way that you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write a heartfelt letter. 'Cause I know that it goes to you. I'm gonna smile and say I'm feeling so much better. And I'll with love the way you always do. Gonna sit right down and write a heartfelt letter. And I know that it goes, yes, I'm sure that it goes. I know that it goes to you.
That's wonderful. And let me tell you what I just absolutely adore about that, because as serious and reflective and somber as the burning bowl can be, this next thing we're going to do, writing this letter to God and giving thanks for the life that we would love to live, is about as joyful as things can get for us. It's hope, it's joy, it's optimistic, it's what we're looking forward to. Why are we on this journey if not to come to a pleasant destination? I found myself yesterday going through a bit of angst because I knew my sister and brother-in-law were scheduled to fly yesterday from Detroit to San Francisco to visit their son and his girlfriend for the holidays. And of course, we woke up to the news on Saturday morning that hundreds of flights, were being canceled and everyone's plans were being disrupted. And she and I had been texting back and forth. And so I got a message yesterday morning. She wished me a Merry Christmas. And she said, I'm off to the airport. We're off to the airport, hoping for the best, And I didn't hear anything from her all day long. And I knew when she was scheduled to land in San Francisco. And I was just getting a little bit beside myself last night. And Audrey just looked at me and she goes, well, did you text her? Did you call her? It's like, well, no, I didn't want to bother her, She's like, duh. This is your sister. You love your sister. Text her. So I texted her and got an answer with, just like that. Yep, we're here, glass of wine in hand. But I knew, I could only guesstimate, the angst and the stress and the anxiety they were feeling because they had so looked forward to this trip. And who can control all this craziness that's happening, especially right at the last minute. But to know that she had arrived at her destination, glass of wine in hand, and all was well. It reminded me again of what our letters to God are all about. It's about that destination. Where is this journey taking us? What do we hope to get to as we carry on down our spiritual path? So, in the first part of our service here this morning, we made a very conscious decision to choose change and to affirm our willingness to be changed. And so now it's time to claim a new vision for ourselves, to really declare what that destination is all about for us. So we're now moving into a place where we're going to establish our direction, if you will, for the coming year. And we're going to write our letters to God. And so we begin that process by affirming that we are living in alignment with spiritual law. And when we live in alignment with spiritual law, that shows up as a freer and fuller expression of life. And we affirm that by practicing spiritual principles, we allow ourselves to visualize and live a purposeful life that's characterized by health and wholeness, peace, and abundance, loving relationships, kindness, and compassion. Our faith in spiritual law and spiritual principle allows us to go confidently in the direction of our dreams, to live the life we have imagined, and to meet with success success that is unexpected in common hours. That is one of my favorite quotes from Thoreau. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. And there's a real metaphysical meaning there when he says that the success you meet with is going to be way disproportionate to what you would think about as being the result of common hours and common effort. Why? Because of grace. Because God's will for us is good and only good. And we get to choose the good, right? I remember when Marty used to say that. God's will for us is good and only good, and we get to choose the good. So that's why we meet with success that we could never have imagined. In Job, chapter 22, verse 28, it says, "You will decide upon a matter, and it will be established for you, and light will shine on your ways." So as long as we're making up stories, okay, and we do that all the time, why not make up a good one, right? It doesn't have to be drama. You know, it can be whatever we want it to be. And there is a power that comes from deciding that we want to change our lives. But we can only access that power when we can visualize what it is we want to do with it. What is that life that we would love to live? So, as you begin to think about writing your letter to God, and we're going to move into that space here in just a moment, the words you write will matter. We're going to take these letters after you've written them, we'll seal them up, secure them in a safe place, they'll be locked up, and they're going to come back to you in 6 months. So you can read about the intention that you set here this morning. And you can give thanks for all that has come true and be excited about all that is yet to come true for you. So the words are somewhat important, but it's about the vision. And our ability to then give thanks for how that vision is outpicturing in our lives. So as you take a few moments now to begin to write your letter, I'm going to invite you to visualize the surroundings you want to be in. Not so much these surroundings, but as you think about this life that you would love to live, visualize your surroundings. Feel the love of the people in your life. Find satisfaction and joy in whatever work it is you're doing, whether that's paid work, volunteer work, housework. Find joy in the work you do. Think about enjoying leisure time with friends and your family. Appreciate good food, good health, and good times. Think about you moving easily through life, showing kindness and compassion to everyone and everything. And be one with the Creator of all of creation. Bring that divine creative energy into the letter that you write. So I invite you to take some time to go ahead and do that now. If you need a little more time, feel free to take it until you actually walk out the door if you need it. But the last thing you want to make sure that you do is to put your name and your address on the outside of the envelope so our staff knows where to send it. And again, that'll be coming to you in about 6 months from today. So I congratulate you for taking the time to write about your vision, to share your destination, to know that sometimes the biggest first step that we take towards manifesting change in our lives is to begin to imagine what our life will be like when that change has fully occurred, when it is fully manifested. It's not a wait for the outside world to tell us it's okay life that we're living. We are living this life, this vision, this dream from the inside out. And that's what you're celebrating here today. Changing, being changed, and moving towards that fuller, freer expression of spirit manifesting as you. All right, you can give these to the ushers on your way out. And now it's time for us to affirm the board's affirmation for this month. And I think we have it up on the screen. Yes, okay. The Christ born in me is a gift to the world. Divine peace is my path and my true nature. And if you would kindly take your tithe or your offering in your hand and hold it as we say our offertory blessing. Again, that gift can be given to the ushers as you exit the sanctuary here today. So together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And once again, our fabulous team has some special music for us.
You're welcome to join. It's 278 in the hymnal to proclaim peace on earth, goodwill to all.
I heard the bells on Christmas Day. There rolled familiar carols playing, and wild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to all. I thought as the day had come, the belfries of all Christendom, there rolled along the unbroken song of peace on earth, goodwill to all.
Instrumental. Third verse.
Till ringing, singing on its way, the world revolved from night to day. A voice, a chime, a chant sublime of peace on earth, goodwill to all.
Thank you. Karen, did you have any announcements that you wanted to make? Okay, so whatever we have up here is what we have. All right. A reminder to renew your membership going into 2020. Forms are available to download from the website and also available in hard copy, I'm guessing, in the lobby, or you can have the office mail one if you need to, all right? We are seeking in the office a shredder or two to just maintain confidentiality about a lot of the things that go on around here. And so if you can provide one of those or a gift certificate to one of the office supply stores, that would be appreciated. Alrighty. And so it is time for us to stand and say together, to affirm together the prayer for protection, and then to join in the peace song right after that. So together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And please, and please join in singing the peace song.